big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water make Gulf US obey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big cheer. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me import and wear tie up tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Fight walk folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberal. Him, them, there. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water make Gulf US obey. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Too many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, exec or the sender. Might take Panama just like Nana. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza. With this my majesty.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into another episode of CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Monday night. And President Donald J. Trump is rolling into Madison Square Garden, the man in the arena. He is on his way, or he's probably already there. And as you would expect, it's causing chaos because that's what President Trump does. Crowds cheer as President Trump's motorcade just arrived in Madison Square Garden in New York City for the NBA Finals Game 3 after he flew in from Marine One. Look at that. The boss is here. There he is. There he is right there. I hear boos and cheers. I hear boos and cheers. All these people out there, the ones that are booing him out there with their phones because they have to get a glimpse of 47, yet they want to get out there and boo like a bunch of losers. Probably equal. Marmillon says, pre-stream chat grift tax, hail the 199. It wouldn't be a CobraCast without Marmillon dropping the pre-stream chat grift tax. Let's freaking go. What are we doing, stream grift tax? What are we doing? That's literally what every CobraCast is. What the hell are we doing? I don't know. I have no idea. Donald J. Trump at Knicks games. He has been at many before. I know a lot of the clowns are acting like he's never been to a New York Knicks game, but these are liars. And they will continue to show the world who they are. Long lines stretched outside of Madison Square Garden on Monday night as Knicks fans are waiting to enter the highly anticipated Game 3 of the NBA Finals. So there you have it. There's a lot going on. We also had, let me see if I can find it. We had a picture of some of the senior White House officials. We're already getting there. See if I can find that one. What is this right here? Trump shut down NYC. The Great Wall of Trump goes around the entire perimeter of Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan.
Well, Donald Trump finally got his border wall, but it's not around the southern border. It's around Midtown Manhattan's Madison Square Garden. So we're going to be doing a quick walk around the Great Wall of Trump. For Game 3, the NBA Finals.
So I don't follow the NBA like I used to, because current NBA, especially since 2020 with the BLM bullshit. But I've always said, because I used to watch basketball a lot back during the Jordan and even the Kobe years. I've always said that basketball is better when the New York Knicks are relevant. I don't like the Knicks, but I think that basketball is better when the Knicks are relevant. So I'm happy that they are in contention and in the finals.
Right around 4 o'clock, the NYPD will be kicking everybody out of Midtown. You will not be able to walk in the Penn District at all. The two big buildings in the distance. That's Manhattan West. You have one Manhattan West.
I went live a little bit early, Narco, because Trump and the administration are starting to arrive.
And two Manhattan West, just before you enter the Hudson Yards.
It looks like we may have, let's see, President Trump just walked out to look over the NBA Finals at Madison Square Garden. There he is. 47 becomes the first U.S. sitting president to attend the finals in history. This man is peak. This man is peak New York in his element. There he is. So there he is. Trump is officially there. As we said earlier, he will not be sitting courtside. He is in the owner's box, so he will be very safe from that perspective. And here's an overhead shot of Trump's motorcade arriving to MSG.
I bet they're going in the other entrance.
I could not imagine living in New York City. I just couldn't imagine it, dude. I mean, for me, Orlando is already too busy for me. There's elements I love of Orlando, but like just the overall Orlando with it being, so busy, not for me at all. I'm Pensacola is more my speed, or maybe a beach town or something like that. But yeah, not Orlando. Alex of the Mountains says, I'm fine right here in the mountains. You have the best idea right there. That's the best idea. 100%. MBS Cowboy says, go Spurs, go. You think so? Well, the Knicks are up 2-0, and they won those first 2 games in San Antonio. That is not typically a good sign when you basically have stolen home court advantage now. And that's what the Knicks have done. When you go in, my prediction is that, man, I mean, I watched the end of game 2, and the Spurs actually should have won that game. I kind of feel like them blowing their opportunity to win game 2 in the way they did, because they scored like 12 or 14 unanswered points to take like a slim lead in the final minute. And then that was a moment right there where I think they could have lost the entire series in that moment and maybe set themselves up for a sweep. So we'll see. I don't follow the NBA closely enough to tell you what's going to happen in the series, so I'm not going to pretend that I do know. But when you lose the first 2 games and you're at home, that's a bad sign. Narcos has an early fig tax. Marc-Andre Roy says, let's go Knicks with the sweep. And BMCCB for 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Little Orphan Funk House, the Spurs haven't lost 3 in a row all season. Is that true? That's pretty impressive. 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. In the house. Last Boy Scout becomes a new member. Thank you. Here's the people that are in the owner's box. Trump's entire team just packed Madison Square Garden. Scavino, Jared Kushner, Lee Zeldin, Sean Duffy, and are all there as President Trump arrives at the NBA Finals. And then we got 5 more from Steven. What up, man? 5 gifted. That's 16 new members. Not a bad start to the stream. Not a bad start at all. What's the prediction, chat? You got Knicks or you got Spurs? Who you got? Who you taking? I mean, for me, I'm taking the Knicks. But again, like I said, I haven't been watching enough to have an educated opinion on it. Look at here. Adam Silver confirms that President Trump is a New York Knicks fan. All right, let's hear that.
And I'll also say about President Trump, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran NBA Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love Kids game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at drafts. So he's a genuine Knicks fan. And I'll also say about
I don't like Adam Silver, and I think he's a weak bitch, but respect for him to confirm that with all of these losers out there lying, saying that he's not a Knicks fan. So respect where it's due. I give him respect for that one. But I don't like Adam Silver's a piece of garbage. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. When is this right here? Everyone has to walk through these detectors to get to 7th Avenue. The next checkpoint is for tickets to get past 7th Avenue at MSG. The one thing that I find very much a lot of joy in is that there's a lot of people that hate Trump that are just going to hate him even more tonight. And I love that. Like, I love it. Because, when somebody's that, invested in their hatred, that I just cheer for more hatred. I'm like, I need you to hate this person even more. I want you to hate Trump even more. That's what I'm looking for. And you got to find joy in other people's pain. All right. That's how I operate. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't care. It's kind of goes back to even like, last year when the Nintendo Switch came out and people are like, I can't believe you're going to spend money on that. I'm like, I'm going to spend more money on it now just to piss you off. Because if it makes you that mad, I'm going to do more of it. Okay. I'm going to do more of it because fuck you. Let's continue with Trump's perimeter around MSG.
We're walking over towards 8th Avenue, and we're going to be making a left. You'll see the James A. Farley Post Office, or the Moynihan Train Hall.
Damn, Wormstorm just dropped 20 gifted memberships. Holy crap. Thank you so much. It makes me mad when D-Day Cobra gives free memberships. Thank you so much, man. Hail to you and the chat. Thanking you, as they always do, for the gifties. That is awesome. Marc-Andre Roy says, I wonder if they'll credit Trump if the Knicks win. Well, let me play that clip right now that maybe some of you missed what Stephen A. Smith said, the clown Stephen A. Smith, earlier, when he was basically was blaming President Trump that if the Knicks lose tonight, it's Trump's fault. Okay? Right here.
Dead serious.
I don't believe that he would have had.
This president has no business showing up in New York City. I am dead serious.
I don't believe that he would have had that exact same take if Barack Obama were president of the United States and he had decided to come to an NBA Finals game. I'm going to be consistent on this. I think the president of the United States or the former president of the United States coming to a big sporting event is a good thing. It makes a spectacle bigger. It's more entertaining for the fans than it otherwise would be.
If
you can meet the president, if you can go to an event where the president goes, if you can see the president of the United States, that's a big deal for most people. For most people, being able to see the president of the United States in person with your own eyes in the same place where you are is something that we will not have the opportunity to do. Sometimes I think people in media forget this because we get the opportunity to be around a lot of people that the average fan does not, that the average person does not. Being in the same building that the president of the United States is in is an honor, whether he's a Democrat, Republican, or independent. I like when the president shows up. I'm going to be watching tonight, Game 3. I think Trump makes the event bigger than it otherwise would be.
Very well said
Stephen A.
from Clay Travis. And so here is Stephen A. Smith here saying that, is this it right here? Yeah, right here. Stephen A. says he will blame President Trump if the Knicks lose tonight.
If it causes the New York Knicks to lose tonight, I'm blaming him. I'm blaming the president of the United States. I'm going to stay on that. I'm going to stay on that.
I'm going to stay on that.
The GOP lose votes because of it if we lose tonight. I'm going to be against them. All of them. All of them. I'm telling you that right now. We better not lose tonight's game. We better not lose tonight's game. You understand what I'm saying? I've been fair-minded, down the middle, as an independent for a long time. Hell hath no fury like Stephen A. scorned if the New York Knicks lose tonight. I'm going to be in there.
What are you going to do, Stephen A.? What are you going to do? You going to yell on national TV? Ooh, Trump is done. Oh boy, Stephen A. is going to yell on national TV. How will Trump survive? Oh boy.
Ass like back pockets, like white on rice. I'm telling you that right now. We better not lose tonight's game. We were riding, we were flowing, and this man go sit up there and show up to the Garden tonight. I mean, you got to be kidding me. You got people got to show up 4 or 5 hours before the damn game.
That's what he's mad about.
No. I'm mad about the watch party.
You may have to take the subway.
Right?
No,
In this suit.
that's not.
You and Tom Ford might be on the subway.
I'm a man of the people.
By the way, Bill Clinton went to see Michael Jordan multiple times in person in Washington.
Right. I'm saying. Hold on, whoa. First of all, that's Washington. That's Washington. Is right down the road. Number 2.
Well, there's no difference. The president shows up. The president shows up. So again, I have been watching Stephen A. for a long time, sadly, because I've been a huge sports fan for my entire life. So I'm telling you right now, typically the normal response from Stephen A., his spin on this would have been, if the Knicks can't, and we're eliminating the Trump element because we understand the Trump element changes everybody's brain because everybody has TDS and Trump sends everybody's mind into frenzy mode, okay? But in any other circumstance, Stephen A. would have been like, this is a big moment. You got the president in the building. You got to step up. And if you don't step up, that's on you. The pressure is biggest in the biggest moments. You got to step up and handle it like a champion does. Instead, because it's Trump, he says, if they lose, it's because of Trump. What? What are you talking about? Donald Trump showed up to the national championship game a couple of years ago. Donald Trump showed up to the Bama LSU game a few years ago? Shows up to football games. He shows up to places all the time. But suddenly the Knicks can't handle the pressure of President Trump. Does that sound like championship material? Goes to the UFC all the time, as Lady Aaron D just said in the chat. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely crazy. Candy T says, I've been driving all day for work and lurking tax. Thank you, Candy. Hail to you. Timbo Slice says, my mom was complaining about Trump going to the game. I said, oh no, not a fan of the team going to its championship game. And she complained about security and said, yeah, almost like he had 5 attempts on his life already. Yeah, I mean, so is she complaining about, so she just doesn't want him to go for security reasons? Am I understanding what you're saying? I don't understand that. I think I'm understanding. Is she saying that she doesn't want him going for security reasons? Because that is a valid reason for not wanting him to go. That is a valid reason. Ray Girano says, and we are trying to say the president can't go to sporting events because he's a president. Exactly. It's the absolute insanity of this world that we live in because Trump has broken so many brains. Let's see. When is tip-off? Any minute now. I'm watching it on YouTube TV to see when tip-off is. Let's see. What's up, Kingdom Hearts Gamer? What's up, Dan Vask? Retro Dan Vask. Says Blue Ridge Bear. Game Man in the house. Lady Aaron D. McCara. Corner Pub in the house. But anyway, thank you, Timbo Slice. If I'm understanding what you're saying correctly, I hope I am. And if that's the case, that makes a lot of sense as to not wanting him to go to the game for that reason. Again, thank you guys for the gifties. BMC CB, Steven, Wormstorm, 20 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. No, she complained about Times Square being shut down due to security concerns. Okay. Got you. Well, welcome to New York. That would be the best thing I can say. Welcome to New York. I think this is more about Trump than anything. Presidents have shown up to many games in the past. Nobody had a problem with security. And suddenly when Trump shows up, now everybody's got a problem with it. Everybody's upset about it. Always security concerns in New York City. 100%. Absolutely. Okay, so latest updates are that Trump and his team are in the building. Trying to see. Jason says, I'm in the house too. Hell yeah, you are. Okay. We got this. Oh, yeah. So, again, this is going around now, but, we did see this earlier.
Build off that. And I'll also say about President Trump, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran NBA Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love Kids game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back.
Well, here's what's in reference to, okay? NBA Commissioner Adam Silver just totally refuted Hakeem Jeffries' accusation that President Trump is not a Knicks fan and is just there for attention. So here we go right here.
Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love Kids game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at draft. So he's a genuine Knicks fan. And so, yes, there's some inconvenience to the fans here, but one looking around this arena, it's packed. So people listen, they came early, they got through whatever extra security, which is necessary. So as I said, I think we should be using sports to create more of a sense of community with people, not less.
We know you're a New Yorker, 55 years. We know you have to be neutral, but how big is this for the...
So I've had a few things to say about Donald Trump going to the Knicks game. And, at this point, it's game day. And I think Knicks fans just want to enjoy Game 3, the first home game that we've had in 27 years. But it also is not clear to me that Donald Trump is a big Knicks fan. I mean, does this guy even know the difference between Karl Rove and Karl Anthony Towns? I don't think so. He's just injecting himself into the NBA Finals because he always has to bring the MAGA circus into town.
Welcome to the clown world that is the Democratic Party. So again, these guys that are claiming that Trump was never, ever a Knicks fan or an NBA fan, yet we have, a thing called footage because President Trump has been famous for a long time and everybody loved him all these years ago.
Nothing says New York like Donald Trump, who is a big Knicks fan and who joins us now. Donald, I know you're a Knicks fan, so are you disappointed that Kobe's not here, or are you glad he's not here because it ups your chances?
Well, I guess you could look at it both ways, but I'd like to see Kobe play. I came here to see my man Kobe. Kobe is great. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying, what happened to Kobe? But I guess he had a little problem.
Yeah, you got to talk to your friends at the NBA.
You glad your teammates didn't come off the bench this time?
I'm just glad we got the win.
All right, thanks a lot. Let's go back to Nick and Ewing.
All right, Craig, and a lot of defense, too, because the Pacers were helped.
Patrick Ewing, New York Knicks legend, high-fiving Donald J. Trump. But he's a racist, guys. I was told he's a racist. You know, the guy that was complimenting Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, R.I.P. to Kobe. I'm never going to accept that Kobe is not with us anymore. I'm just never going to be able to accept that. It still doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't even register.
Scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 41 seconds after they had led 93-88. The Knicks score.
Yes, celebrity cameraman Donald.
Look at that cameraman.
How you doing, folks?
We must be paying our cameraman a pretty penny.
You're paying a lot of money. It's a great job.
Thanks for being with us, Don.
Thank you. Great game. Have a good time.
This is Shaquille O'Neal's shoe
Oh my God.
right here, which is a serious
Is that
shoe.
a real shoe?
That's a real shoe. He took it off after a game and handed it
Oh
to me.
my God.
I carried it like this.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
this-
Because you
yeah,
don't
this
really
was-
like germs anyway, do you?
No, yeah, from
How are
Shaq.
How are
And you notice Shaq had to sit there all quietly when Adam Silver was talking about Trump being a real NBA fan. And Shaq just sat there quietly because, you could tell he didn't want to talk about it. But there's Shaq right there. Shaq could have said, yeah, I know Donald Trump. I actually gave him a couple of my shoes from back in the day. He was a huge NBA fan, but nope. Shaq just being very quiet right there, not saying a word, not saying anything. What do you expect though, right? Okay, so it looks like we're about to have tip-off. Obviously, I can't show the game, but it looks like we're about to have tip-off now. So President Trump is in the building. The administration is in the building. And it's a big party. Everybody's happy. Everybody's excited. But he will not be on the floor at all. Let me see here. What is this? Of course, Trump. Let's see. Of course, Trump will get booed. They voted for a commie.
Well, shocker. They voted for. So everyone thinks that when Donald Trump gets here, he's going to get booed in New York City at MSG. Well, shocker. They voted for a damn communist. What the hell you think is going to happen? Of course, a capitalist Republican is going to get booed at MSG, where they voted in a freaking communist and they hate America. And by the way, just so you know, New York City, 9 million people, only 400,000 registered Republicans. This is blue as it can get. So if there's even one applause for Donald J. Trump, that's a loss for you. Because this shit is straight commie here. But I'm having fun. And by the way, the Don is a New Yorker. He built this shit.
Yeah, he's not hating on Trump. He's not hating on Trump. This guy's, you could tell this guy actually is like, he's supportive. I'm not saying he's a Trump supporter, but he's not a crazy leftist. You can hear by the way he's talking.
As it can get. So if there's even one applause for Donald J. Trump, that's a loss for you. Because this shit is straight commie here. But I'm having fun. And by the way, the Don is a New Yorker. He built this shit. So the Don is allowed to come here, no matter how much inconvenience it causes people. Go Knicks. So everyone thinks that when...
Hell yeah. Let's see. We got Ministry of Wrong Think for 10 on Rumble says a woman in Graham Plattner rally was asked about his Yahtzee tattoo and said it's not a big deal. Then she asked if it was an Israel tattoo, would that be a deal breaker? She said, yes, I'm against genocide. There's no way that happened. Please give me a clip of this. So she was asked if it was a Yahtzee about the Yahtzee tattoo and said it's not a big deal. But then she asked if it was an Israel tattoo, would it be a deal breaker? She said, yes, I'm against genocide. Holy shit. Somebody tag me on Twitter and I will find it. I've got my notifications open right now. That is incredible. That is amazing. And by the way, just for the record, okay? Now, we know that President Trump is in the House, and we know that Trump dominates every situation that he's in. We understand that, okay? But there is one person that has more aura than Donald Trump. There's one man that has more aura than Trump. You guys know who I'm talking about. There's one man that has more aura than the Don. You ready? You ready? JD Advanced. All right, ladies, calm down. JD Advanced, not available. So just calm down a little bit. I know you're excited. I know a lot of times we play the Sydney Sweeney clips and all of that, and you're like, well, what about for us ladies? You're welcome, ladies. There you have it, right there. Okay, but just settle down. JD is off the market. All right, he's off the market. Calm down. Manly AF. Mudkip's Game says, finding joy in others' pain is called Mario Kart. Yes, it is. And we will be live tomorrow morning to cover the Nintendo Direct on Geeks and Gamers Play. Geeks and Gamers Play YouTube channel. We will be live over there. And Beep will be in the house. We'll have other people there too, but you don't care about anybody else. But yeah, we will be covering that. All right, we're about to have tip-off for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. I'm not going to commentate the whole game here, but I did want to cover Trump getting there and the reaction and all of that. Tagged you on in a retweet of the video. Hope it worked. Okay, let me see here. Let me check. Here we go. Thank you, Ministry of Wrong Think. Okay, here we go, right here. This is amazing.
Token Coke tattoo, the Nazi tattoo. How do you kind of?
Somebody said that they talked to somebody who had seen one of those or wore one of those, and it was silver, and it didn't even occur to him that it was the same thing. I think people are making as much of it as they can because they don't have a lot of substance around anything else. And if they did, we'd hear about it. Believe me, they are trolling for dirt.
What if he has like a Israeli flag tattoo or something? Would that be a deal breaker?
For me?
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
That would be
Israeli, yeah, because I don't support genocide and he doesn't either. And that would show that he was being inconsistent. And he's been very consistent about that. Straight across the board.
Token Coke.
These people are voting. These people are voting. Are you kidding me? That's some wild stuff. Yeah. I mean, again, like I'm obviously, I think you're retarded if you even just have that opinion in isolation, but whatever, you can have whatever opinion you want. But when you say like, I'm in support of a Yahtzee tattoo, but if he has an Israel tattoo, I can't support him because I don't support genocide. How stupid can you be, man? How stupid can you be? Thank you, Ministry of Wrong Think. I appreciate it. Or maybe I shouldn't be thanking you. The level of stupidity that we just had to check out was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. So, oh my God, man. Next level. Dude Man Cuz becomes a new member. Thank you. Rock Bottom says it's okay. Danhausen uncursed the Knicks. Ministry of Wrong Think says, oh, I got that one. Thank you. Ministry, you sent that on Rumble and YouTube. Thank you, brother. Mudkip says, garbage man, Mickey D's, NBA cameraman. He does it all. Trump is the Swiss Army knife of human beings. Right now, the Spurs are up 7-0. 7-0. Spurs have come out the gate pretty strong. And the Knicks have the ball. They go and boom, 3-pointer. It is 7-3 now. 7-3. Okay. So there you have it. All right. Ministry of Wrong Think says, damn it, Rumble, glitch or don't glitch for fuck's sake. Greg Kirby says, bro, you are not alone. Michelle at Bowl cannot read either. Well, listen, I'm not a great reader, but Beardo's worse. Gary's pretty terrible. And I hear rumors that Mo Zamboni is worse than all of us. So you got that. You got that going on for you. Polish Prince says that Vegas Golden Knights will win tonight. Go Spurs. Miniature of Wrong Things has tagged you on a retweet of the video. Hope it worked. It did. Thank you so much. Dark Red Knight says, we need JD Advance doing the MJ Thriller dance. Jim P says, this is the last time Trump will see the Knicks in the finals. Let's see. CG says, that clip broke my brain. The lack of self-awareness and sheer stupidity is staggering. That votes facepalm. Yeah, that's why we're in the position we're in to begin with. Woke white women are the most dangerous demographic in this country and probably the world. Woke white women are the danger that we fear the most. They are horrible. And the sooner that we realize that, the better off we'll all be. Woke white women. Awful. Okay, let's see. So right here, history at Madison Square Garden. Trump just walked out for the NBA Finals, becoming the first sitting U.S. president to ever attend a finals game. The Garden lit up the moment he appeared. So there you have it there. And yes, the game has started. And like, there's part of me that wants the Knicks to lose just so I can hear Stephen A. Smith cry about it. But I am pulling for the Knicks to win. But yeah, man, I would like to see them lose just to make Stephen A. Smith mad. Because, you know, that's the most important thing right there. All right, what's Dan Dockich got to say? President Trump attended the NBA Finals in NYC. What's going to be interesting tonight is how television portrays him.
President Trump in the arena, huge game. I don't know. What do you make of him being there? Does it affect the energy in the space? Does it affect the home team? What difference does it make that Trump is there tonight?
None, zero, zip. I was there in Miami for the national championship football game. All right, it took us a little longer to get in, but it doesn't affect anything. For the players and the coaches, obviously, once the ball goes up, it's over. What's going to be interesting tonight, as all of the liberals are crying, I mean, the crocodile tears are coming down. What's going to be interesting tonight is how television portrays him. The producers, directors in the truck, as you guys know, can couch things. They going to show cheering fans? They're going to show booing fans? I don't know, but who cares? It's a great night. New York is on fire. Donald Trump is a native. He was there in 93. He was there, as you mentioned, back in 73. Good for him. He helped build the skyline. No, absolutely not. It doesn't affect anything other than getting in and out of the building.
Well said. I like him. He's a good dude right there. Worm Storm for 20 says, I know you're not the biggest fan of Canadians, but I can say with confidence there's some that would fight harder for the USA and Trump than the current liberal state government of California. If I could serve for citizenship, I would. Hey, first of all, I don't have anything against Canadians, all right? I obviously don't like the governments. Same with like California. And my view of Canadians has always been the definitive picture is Bret the Hitman Hart. Okay. To me, this is what Canada is. This is the most Canadian picture I've ever seen. And I think that Bret the Hitman Hart, even though he's very bitter in his old age, Bret should still be the prime minister of Canada. He should, because of this picture alone. And the fact that he's the greatest technical wrestler of all time. Bret the Hitman Hart. This is the most Canadian shit ever. Okay? So that's my view of it. And yes, he's a very bitter old man at this point in time, but it doesn't matter. He's great. He's the man. So, and like we've got a couple cool Canadians, all right? We got Krista. We got X-Ray Girl. All right? Isn't the Casino, aren't they like in Canada? Like there's some cool Canadians out there. All right. So, but this is the most Canadian picture ever right here. Perry Chan, there's another, all the diversity hires at Nerdrotic are from Canada, except for Quarter Black, but he doesn't count because, I mean, he's black. So, but there's not many. There's not many. Terrence and Phillip, Ultimate Canadians. Wayne Gretzky. That's right. John Candy. Not making a good case for Canadians. Why? Oh, because Unicron's left nut really does not like Kino Casino. I would hate if people start saying "whoa, buddy" in the chat. That will really upset Unicron's left nut. He gets really angry when I talk about the casino. He really doesn't like it. Rush, Chris Jericho, Drake. Okay, never mind. You know what? I retract everything I said. Drake, it just canceled out every compliment. Canada, you're on your own. Not even Bret Hart can make up for that. When you're done, it's over. Nope. I retract all the good words I said. It's over now. Sorry. Can't. If you claim Drake, it's over at that point. It's over. Can't do it. Mar Millen says, "Whoa, buddy," for $10. Mod Eric says, "Face it, Krista is from Nintendo Land." Yeah, she's very, very excited for the Direct tomorrow. So, Canadian bacon underrated. Jeremy doesn't like Cole Hauser. Cole Hauser's an American. I don't care what anybody says. I don't even think of him being Canadian. Cole Hauser is just an American. Like, that's just how it is. I reject any idea that he's anything other than that. Let's see. Taker says, if tonight the Spurs find themselves behind after the final buzzer sounds, can they not keep shooting and declare themselves the winner after a week? Sounds like you're making a comment about California politics, because that's exactly what happened in California. So, San Antonio Spurs, if you're looking to get a win, you don't even have to worry about the end, okay? Just declare yourself a winner in a week. Who cares, right? I mean, results don't really matter. You can just find the points whenever it's convenient for you. Welcome to the world of California politics. It sounds kind of insane when you put it that way, doesn't it? Because it actually is insane. It actually is. Welcome to the world that we're in. My goodness. Kevin Owens. Fight Owens fight. I mean, listen, man. There's some really, like, we can all find some good people here, good people there. But ultimately, like, hey, I mean, why does no one, hey, Canada, like, why don't you guys ever talk about, like, so you never mention Bret Hart for whatever reason. I don't know why. But whatever. If you don't want to mention Bret Hart, that's fine. Claim some other famous wrestlers from Canada. How about Chris Benoit? I mean, if you don't want to acknowledge Bret, Chris Benoit is a famous Canadian. Maybe you can claim him, Canada. Let's see how that works out for you. Greg Kerr says, bro, I'm Canadian and I hate the government too. Thank you, Greg. Objectively, a cat says, whose diversity hires are better, yours or Gary's? Mine, because I have like more of them and they're all terrible. But yeah, I mean, come on. We got Mike, Ryan, Krista, who else? Jay, Beardo, Steph. Yeah, we're good. So Ryan is autistic and Jay is retarded. So yes, that qualifies. All right. We can absolutely work that to our egg roll. We got Project Egg Roll. Kata, Blaine, Josiah. Yeah, like, dude, Josiah. I mean, come on. We have the clickbait master. All right. We're good. We're covered. We're covered in that department. Objectively a cat, I got that. Miniature Ron Thing says, why are Goombas so small? Because they don't have mushroom to talk. Boom. I don't have the sound effects there. No, we're not claiming Benology. We're not claiming Benology. It's not gonna happen. So you're just naming guests now. No, I'm not. Daniels has never hit the gym with a Canadian wrestler. Not a good idea. Right now, if you're looking for an update, the Spurs are up 19-11 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Spurs have the ball. New York needs to stop them right now because it could be a 10, and it is. It's a 10-point game now. So now the Spurs are up 21-11. If the Knicks don't score right here, Spurs have a chance to really do some damage. The 1A train says, watching commies lose their minds over Trump attending the game has been glorious. It really is the best entertainment, man. Like, these people are just, their brains get so broken, man. It's so fun to watch. What is this? Hang on. Knicks fans are booing. This is no way. This has got to be edited. Hang on. Are they booing? They're booing Trump during the national anthem. Is this real?
Whose brush shines and bright stars through the perilous fights.
Wow. During the national anthem, they booed the president of the United States.
And bright stars through the perilous fights.
That is freaking hilarious. That is awesome. Casey Cheeto for 20 says, good guy Jeremy single-handedly employing the Make-A-Wish Foundation kids. Well done, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do deserve a lot of credit, don't I? I do deserve a lot of credit. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Wormstorm. You've been massively supportive tonight, brother. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Pathetic losers, yes, absolutely. But the Don in the house dominating as he does. Honestly, I'm kind of there's a big part of me that really wants to pull for the Spurs just to spite these New York fans. Like, dude, do you know how funny it would be if the Spurs won the next 4 games, if the Knicks don't win another game because their fans booed Trump during the national anthem, And they just have this curse from there on out. Sports has a way of doing these things, okay? Sports has a very funny way of doing this. Now, I'm not overly invested in either team. So right now, let's see, it's 24-15. But to me, I mean, I'm not watching the game, but I have it on right now. And it does seem like the Spurs have the momentum. But let's see right here. Up, fade away, up. Nope. Now Knicks got the ball back, going down court. Driving in. Is that going to be a foul? Nope. Oh! Okay, we're about to have a fight. We might have a fight. Nope. Okay. Is that an off-the-ball foul? I mean, it was accidental. He knocked him down, but it looked accidental to me. Okay, real quick. Stormbreaker for 50 says, Jeremy, super chatting on my phone and watching the game on the big screen. I'm going for the Spurs just to see bitch-ass Stephen A. Smith cry tomorrow. King Trump is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Hail King Trump. Let's freaking go, Stormbreaker. Let's freaking go. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Sensei Paul says, wow, forgot you got me too as a diversity hire. I got so many of you damn diversity hires. I can't even remember. Sensei Paul's from Park Hoppin'. I got way too many. I forgot I forgot all of my diversity hires on Park Hoppin'. You know, forgot Ivan, forgot everybody. There's too many of you. Starting to feel like illegal immigrants running around. I'm just forgetting who you are now. Thank you, Sensei Pauls. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's what I get for not pre-screening the super chat first. That's what I get. Damn. Thank you for the 5, but I'm not highlighting that one, and I'm not reading it. Jeeping Baylor says, Beardo, and even you might be bad readers, but at least y'all can build a PC unlike Kata. Honestly, we're going to have to roast Kata on Tuesday night's main event. I'm going to say, like, Tuesday night's main event is probably going to be one of the longest episodes we've done. I mean, maybe I'll bring Mo in to help read super chats with Beardo, because we have to talk about the state of play. We've got to talk about the Xbox showcase. We've got to talk about the Nintendo Direct. And we got to talk about Masters of the Universe. And we got to talk about all the other gaming stuff going on. Plus, we got to roast Kata for that PC build stream. Might be the longest one we've done it. This might be the longest main event we've had. I'm not prepared because I got to get up tomorrow and deal with the Nintendo Direct. You know what I mean? All right, people are trying to, let's see, hang on. I don't know who's sending me this message. We're trying to get into some of my accounts so we can switch some stuff up, and people are asking me for codes right now. So, all right, here we go. So we are changing our Facebook business accounts, and my goodness, dude, I had to get on the phone with a person that reminded me of Vivek Ramaswamy today, and it was with Yahoo, and it took about 45 minutes to get a real person on the phone, and Vivek answers. And I'm like, oh, God. So I'm talking to Vivek, and he's like, yes, we can help you recover this. Thank you. Come again, and all of that. And so I'm like, okay. So I had to ask him some questions to verify he was for real. And I told him, like, dude, like, I know you're asking me for this information, and I see that you claim you work for this company, but I need to verify you before I turn over any information. I understand, sir. I understand. And I was like, are you running for the governor of Ohio right now? I'm just curious. Just curious about that. Let's see. We've got Jeremy. So far, my week has been good. Alien Isolation 2 is coming. Yes. There's actually a lot of hype around that, as there should be. And I'm looking forward to that. Wish me luck tomorrow, as I hope to F5 my future ex-wife in divorce court. That's what you get for marrying a Jew. I didn't know where that was going. I had no idea. Let's see. That was good. What about Code Veronica? Yes, Code Veronica happening is awesome. Let's see. Is Krista in the chat? Let's see here. I see people saying hi to her. Oh, there she is. There's Krista. What's up, Krista? Oh, there. This is all she cares about. Nintendo Direct tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And we will be covering it on Geeks and Gamers Play. Krista, are you going to be there? Chat wants to know. Bright Matt says, hey, Jeremy, was behind on the stream, but I have caught up. England are playing in Orlando on Wednesday against Costa Rica. Keep an eye out for us. England fans are in your area. Hail to you and the 199. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. That's awesome, man. Okay, so it's 28-17 right now. Spurs are up by 11. And the Knicks do have the ball. And they just drove in and got a layup. So it is now 28-19. James Bash says, around this time annually, go back to the golden era gamers everywhere. We're anticipating E3. Then E3 went beyond woke and is no more. Rest in piss. Yeah, I mean, the death nail for E3 was when Nintendo basically decided to not show up. And that was pretty much the end for them. And it wasn't, from there, it was like, well, once Nintendo isn't going to show up, then what's the point? And it died a pretty quick death for sure. Hey, look at that. Kate for 50. What's up, Kate? F these socialists at Madison Square Garden. Sabaton. There we go. Sabaton for 50. And Kate is yelling at me now. Skipping my 50 for Sabaton. I would never do it, Kate. I would never intentionally do it. I got you right there. All right. I got you. I would never intentionally do that. So hail to Kate. And your wish is my command. It will be done. It will be done. All right. The Fratner says, or the Freighter says, Trump has been watching the Knicks at Madison Square Garden longer before Spike Lee came out of the closet. Yes, he has. The Don has always been there. 1A Train says, Facebook business crap is the absolute worst to deal with. Yes, it is. But the thing is, we are going to have to start utilizing Facebook and Instagram more from some of the other stuff we're doing. I'll be honest, I'm so trapped in the bubble of YouTube, and there's so much more opportunity out there with other platforms. I haven't used Facebook in years. That's why I was running into issues, because I could not even access the email that my Facebook account was tied to, because I don't use Facebook. But Facebook is a good platform for business purposes and things like that. It just is. And it's just an untapped market. But yeah, dealing with the Facebook business crap has been a nightmare, to say the least. Ehab says, here at Geeks and Gamers in the 199, we pride ourselves in being diverse. That's why we have people for every disability possible. That's right. That's right. Let's go. BMCCB says, Trump likes the Knicks. Trump bad equals Knicks bad. Lefties math checks out. Yes, absolutely. You need to diversify. Well, I don't know how much I'll talk about it, but like there's a company that we're going to be working with, and they focus on the meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram. And so we're like, we don't really do that. We just focus on, YouTube and shit posting on Twitter. But from a business standpoint, there's a lot of opportunity on those platforms. I never even thought about it. I'm kind of burnt out on Twitter. I think Twitter fucking sucks. But it's a necessary evil. But I'm just kind of the algorithm on Twitter is dog shit. It's driving me crazy. I can't click on anything on Twitter, and then if I click on anything, I'm gonna get 5 million recommendations of that same story. So I'm just like, okay, I don't care. Mitchell Field says Nintendo Direct should do their version of stream. You mean what are you saying here? Nintendo Direct should be their version of stream. What do you mean by this? I don't know what you mean by this. 1 million recommendations. Yes. Spirian with the super sticker. Thank you. Taker says, need Dan's thoughts on the Ocarina of Time remake on Tuesday night's main event. This to me, just be prepared. My prediction is he meant Steam. Is that what he meant? If he meant Steam, okay, Steam. Okay, I got what you meant then. Okay. So you mean Nintendo should do their own version of Steam then. You shouldn't have said Direct because that confused me. But I got what you're saying now. Nintendo should do their version of Steam. Here's the thing about Nintendo. I don't think Nintendo knows what Steam is. I'm not sure Nintendo knows what a smartphone is right now. I don't know. And I mean, as much as I'm memeing, Nintendo is so far behind the times on shit. But that's what makes them great at the same time. Now, as far as this goes, Ocarina of Time, this will be the news that breaks the internet tomorrow. If we get some actual visuals of it, because it is expected that we're going to get the announcement that Nintendo is going to be releasing a complete remake, remaster, whatever you want to call it, of Ocarina of Time, which is widely considered to be the greatest video game ever made. And again, this is a perspective thing. I know a lot of people are going to go, Ocarina's overrated, all that. Ocarina of Time is widely considered to be the greatest video game in history. It just is. That doesn't mean you have to agree with that, but that is the popular and general consensus. It just is. And I think that it's, I think it's justified from that perspective. And if you're going to get an actual legitimate remake that's going to honor the original, that's going to be huge. Yeah, no, I just saw the Odyssey commercial. Twilight Princess is the best. Well, I mean, my personal favorite Zelda game is A Link to the Past. It just is. So while Ocarina is great, Ocarina is overrated means you're a hipster. Correct. And that's what's going to happen. People are going to say that. They're going, oh, it's overrated. Shut up. That's why I've dismissed any people saying things are overrated, like in media. I think it's retarded to say that. But, whatever. But that will happen tomorrow with Ocarina. But I think Super Nintendo Zelda, A Link to the Past, is the greatest Zelda game. That's my personal favorite. But it doesn't change the fact that the consensus is that Ocarina is the best. But yeah, Dan, I'm sure Dan will have a lot to say about that tomorrow. Bright Matt says, every time you say Spurs, I think of Tottenham Hotspur, who also was called the Spurs. I'm not a basketball fan, so I'm not bothered who wins and loses. Soccer for life. Summer, what's up, Summer of Doom says, keep up with the score reporting. I keep passing it along to my son. We are overtaxed Californians that can't afford sports ball watching apps. Well, right now, they're on a commercial, it looks like, or they're doing some type of ad. Let's see. Yeah, they're on a commercial right now. So I will keep you updated, Summer. Incoherent name for $50. Possible big ruling from SCOTUS in the next 30 days. Watson versus VRNC could potentially end post-election day mail-in ballots for good if ruled unconstitutional. Too bad it didn't come soon enough for Pratt, but the walls are closing in on the DNC cheating. I hope so, man. I really, really do. So sick of this crap. I think we all are. We all are. Dark Warlord says, A Link to the Past is the game that holds all of the base pieces of current Zelda games. Though the original is good, A Link to the Past perfected the series. Yeah, I mean, I obviously my first experience with the Legend of Zelda series was the Legend of Zelda on the NES, and it's like it's hard to explain what that series meant to a kid that was my age that was experiencing that game for the first time. The Legend of Zelda was like nothing we had ever experienced at that time. Now, if you're a person that experiences the Legend of Zelda on the NES years later, after Super Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time and all of that, it's definitely not going to have the same, impact on you. It's just not. But my goodness, dude. Yes, Dan, it was like NES Skyrim. Like, it was incredible. And then you got the sequel, which a lot of people were kind of met on, but a lot of people loved, and it kind of changed the gameplay dynamics. And then we do move into A Link to the Past, which truly did take the Zelda formula from the first game, and it absolutely perfected it in every way. And it stands the test of time. So yeah, I mean, it's the next year is going to be the year of Zelda with the movie coming out. I anticipate another video game, like a mainline video game, which hopefully moves away from the Breath of the Wild stuff. Not that I hate Breath of the Wild, because I don't. I know it's popular to dismiss Breath of the Wild, but I just would rather us move on from that aesthetic, but I'm not sure they will. We'll see. TJ says, are you on? No, I'm not. Fran Forsyth says, Jared's overrated, but fascinating to talk to, Tax. I like that. That's good. Let's see. Mod Eric says, Jeremy is overrated. Honestly, I take that as a compliment. Anytime someone says something or someone is overrated, I think that's a compliment, because it basically just means that person's too popular. So please call me overrated. That means I'm too popular. I'm okay with that. Okay, score is 36-24. The Spurs are up 36-24 with 10:21 to go in the second quarter. And it looks like the Knicks are inbounding the ball from the sideline. Let me see. Jeremy is a good guy, underrated. What? Dragon Dan, you deleted something. I was going to read that. Not humble. Me? I'm very humble. I'm one of the most humble people you'll ever find. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And Jared still hasn't seen Band of Brothers. Jeremy has it. I have it. But one day I will. Okay, right here, the Trump suite is in fully enclosed glass. Is that right? Is that it? So can they look down on Trump from above? That's kind of crazy if they can do that. I guess they can. Yeah. That's interesting. Huh. So here's President Trump loudly booed at the NBA Finals game when he was shown during the national anthem. Here we go. Go ahead and boo. That's the classic example of your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. That's it. Dude, like, since I'm not invested in either one of these teams and I'm not invested in the current NBA product, I kind of want to see the Spurs win this game. That's a foul. All right. Is that a shooting foul? So he'll go to the line. So right now it's a 9-point game. The Spurs are up by 9, but it looks like the Castle's going to the free throw line. So if he nails both of these, it could be an 11-point game. But yeah, because of the Stephen A. Smiths of the world and all these other idiots crying, I really do want to see that now. Why didn't you read my whole super chat, Jeremy? YouTube censors and shit. You know how it is. But I only say that word in traffic. Here's another angle right here. pretty loud. That's pretty loud. Losers, man. Absolute losers. The 1-8 train says, I really hope ICE just goes to work in NYC tomorrow. That would be good. Yeah, New York's a disaster. It's not a place that I even want to, like, I don't want anything to do with New York. I don't want to go there. I don't want to visit there. Like, for me, like, going to California, I mean, I could find some reason to go to California because California has beautiful scenery. And if you stay in Northern California, you don't have to deal with that bullshit, you know? I wouldn't want to, like, I was just recently in LA and I hated it, but I was there for a good reason, but I still hated it. Pugs at 4, gifted 5 gifted memberships on Rumble. Thank you for the 5 gifties. Mod Eric says, D-Day Cobra sent you a, oh yeah, I got the Patrick Ewing high five when I got that one. TJ with the 99-cent super sticker. Thank you. But yeah, like with California, there's like, if you go to Northern California, it's absolutely gorgeous. There's beautiful scenery and there's a reason to be there. I have no reason to go to New York. I hate New York. I hate New York City. Especially like, I remember there was a couple of years ago. I still can't believe that I actually drove my truck to New York City. The fact that I drove my truck to New York City and had to try to park that fucking thing in these like parking garages and having to take that down those small little roads. Holy shit. NYC is not built for my truck at all. Like, are you kidding me? It was crazy. I'm a damn good driver, and I was nervous as hell driving in that shit because my truck's huge. So I'm like, this is not a good idea. This is a very bad decision, but we made it. It was okay. Facts. Jeremy, of all the food he could get, went for chicken fingers in NYC. You're damn right. Actually, no, it was pizza. I ate pizza. I mean, I'm going to eat pizza if I'm in New York. By the way, 5-point game. Spurs are 40 and the Knicks at 35. 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's a 5-point game. Spurs have the ball. And the Spurs on a steal. They are in the open court. Oh, he missed the pass, but he's at a wide open 3. Wide open 3. It is a 2-point game. And there's is that Timothy Chalamet right there? There you go. So it's 40-38 right there now. Close game. Close game. Is that McEnroe? Was that John McEnroe that it was just showing for people that are watching the game? That looked like John McEnroe, but I can't be for sure. My sports fans will know if that was McEnroe or not. That was McEnroe? Okay. Let's see. Who? You don't know who John McEnroe is? It did look like he was doing the Trump dance, didn't it? There's no way he was doing the Trump dance. There's no way. Let's see. Jeremy, you have an F-150. That's a medium-sized truck. No, I have a Denali, but it has a lift kit on it and custom tires and rims. So, they should play YMCA for, dude. If they played YMCA, that would be amazing. What team am I rooting for? I mean, initially I was rooting for the Knicks, but because of them booing President Trump and Stephen A saying if the Knicks lose, it'll be President Trump's fault. I kind of want to see the Spurs win. I kind of want to see the Spurs win the next 4 games now, just in spite. Sounds about Bama with the lift kit. Roll Tide. You're damn right. Denali, you probably double park. Unless I have to, I park in the very back of every parking lot. I park as far away from humans as I possibly can because I've learned something in life. No matter where you are, people are fucking retarded drivers, and people can't park. People are stupid. And every time I'm with someone, I always have to tell them, like, be careful when you open doors. Like, I just park as far as possible away, and I will walk because it helps me get my steps in every day too. But like, I never park up front. Never. Kate for 10 says that you are insane being willing to drive into Manhattan. I grew up in Jersey. I will take DC traffic any day and have only done that downtown DC once in the last 4 years. Trust me, when I was there in my truck, it was tough. I don't get very uncomfortable driving usually because I'm in my element, because I love to drive. In New York, it was tough, man. It was tough. Not because of New York traffic, because I've driven smaller vehicles in New York too, and it's obviously not very easy, but it's a lot easier with a smaller vehicle. In that truck in New York City was a fucking nightmare. It really was. Let's see. Denali isn't a truck. Yes, it is. It's a Sierra. It's a GMC Sierra. Denali is a package on the Sierra. It's kind of like a Z71 is a package. Driving a truck through Seattle ain't much fun either. Let's see. The only thing great about New York is Long Island and Staten Island. Okay, so the game's back on. Boom. And all right, so it hasn't started yet. So you got a lot of people outside in Manhattan. Another stream? Yeah. Another stream. What else am I gonna do? Wow, rich guy with a lifted Denali. Damn. Oh yeah, you want to see how much how much I had to trade in to get that? I had to trade in paid for vehicles and everything to get that shit. It's called investing your money properly. But yes, trade-ins are a good thing. Trade in, pay off a vehicle, keep that vehicle in good shape. Don't put a ton of miles on the vehicle, and then trade that shit in on a used vehicle, because the used vehicle is already depreciated when it gets about 30,000 miles on it, and get you a good deal. That's how it goes right there. Yeah, but again, I'm not going to give anybody advice on anything. I'm just telling you, like, I would not want to buy a new vehicle, because the moment you drive a new vehicle off the lot, you're going to lose an insane amount of money immediately. Buy a used vehicle with 30 or 40,000 miles on it that's already broken in. It's a lot better deal. Lot better deal, in my opinion. Mod Eric says, let's see, Denali is the trim, not make and model, you twit. It is a package. Brighton Matt says, on Saturday, we have a protest rally in my woke city of Brighton, organized by Southeast Patriots. The far left will be out in force. Wish us luck. Benjamin says, investing is in an underrated YouTuber tax. Am I underrated? Am I underrated? Really? That's nice. I appreciate that. 42-38. My car is 12 years old, says Kevin Rose. That's good. Nar. All right, right now we are watching. It looks like they're in a timeout right now, 42-40. How many white people are in the game right now? Let's find out. Let's do a diversity check. How many white people are in the game? Okay. You guys want to play that? Since diversity is so important. Okay. How important is diversity? How many white people are on the court right now? 1.5. Are we sure about that? Are we sure about that? I don't know. Let's see here. Still an expensive truck. Well, yeah, I mean, if you do you want to know? Like, I mean, I bought it with fucking 80,000 miles on it, and it's a 2017. So yeah, I'm a hot shot. I'm driving a 10-year-old fucking truck that I bought with 80,000 miles on it. Yeah, fucking high roller there. Og Dog says you literally have no energy. What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Og Dog? D-Day Baller. Embarrassing. With air condition, my truck doesn't have air condition. I'm from Alabama. We don't air condition. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Air condition? My truck doesn't have air condition. I've got a makeshift fan in the bottom of the dash there that kind of rotates that we had to put together with duct tape. What are we talking about here? Dude sitting next to Trump looks wasted. I haven't really seen any, unless there's something on social media about that. And a portable CD player. Damn right. Jeremy, hey, Jeremy, you are a very good conservative. I don't really know what that means, but hey, what is this right here? The crowd at Madison Square Garden breaks out into a thunderous USA chant before the national anthem as President Trump looks down. All right, let's see here.
Welcome the FDNY of New York and the NYPD. And now here to these.
But then they booed Trump during the national anthem, so they're losers. Real AC is rolling down the windows. That is very true. Just a dude on the phone says, buy a new car, laughs in 30. I'm so used to saying 199. So it's the 331. First generation Hemi in a 1940 Dodge Coupe. Hail to the Hemis. Every number wants to be like saying it like 199 now because I'm retarded. Insecure Filmer says, did you see the video of Asman covering the YouTuber whose girlfriend cheated on him with her own cousin? Thought you may relate being from Alabama. I mean, this sounds like, again, when you're in Alabama, when you live in Alabama, you go to family reunions to look for dates. That's what we used to do. Like, hey, we got a family reunion. You're like, I might get a date this weekend. So, and sometimes it works out for you. Sometimes it doesn't. But hey, at least there's a chance. At least there's a chance. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? The kid's going to have 3 eyes. I know Asman would think that kid would be a burden to society. But sometimes we call that our local mechanic in Alabama. Okay? And that is not a burden to society. That is a person that is helping the community out. Okay? Not a big deal. Doesn't offend me at all. Okay, is this what you're talking about here? The guy that's wasted next to Trump? Oh, he looks pretty blitzed out of his mind. He really does. Yeah, he really does. Can't say I can relate. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life. Spirian with the 199 super sticker. Thank you, Spirian. Appreciate you. Bro, that's me right now. Og Dog, are you that hammered? Are you that bored with my stream that you're just drinking your misery away? Is that what you're doing? Okay, so ESPN doing a ESPN decided to post the video of Trump being booed without giving the commentary that he's being booed in order to make him look bad. This is what they do right here. This was what ESPN posted.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights.
Yep. Nah, man, not good. Alaska Max says, Ryan told us you drank his drink on accident. Well, I mean, that's still not drinking. I had like one little sip, but I mean, I've taken NyQuil before. Hell, fucking NyQuil has like 10% alcohol in it or some shit. So, but I'm saying that I have never drank a beer. I have never smoked a cigarette, and I have never done a drug. Has alcohol been in my system in some capacity? Yes. Have I ever inhaled weed? Yeah. I went to a predominantly black school when I was a kid. You couldn't, there's no way to not get, secondhand high when you're in a predominantly black school. You're just gonna smell weed every fucking where you go. So that's pretty much par for the course there. So it was unavoidable. But I have never actively done any of those things. Movie Erotic says, here's your $7,000 for your lips, for your service. Keep it secret, okay? What? $7,000 for my service? What are you talking about? Keep it a secret? What is that supposed to mean? Jeremy smoked an alcohol. I want to get back to this right here. So ESPN doing this bullshit right here, and now the entire comment section is going to talk about, actually the comment section is being very positive. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? I'm very, very shocked. I got to be careful because it's Twitter, but that comment section on ESPN is very positive. So many soft woke soy boys in the comments. Meanwhile, the GOAT has always been a fan of going to the games. Greatest president ever. The greatest president in U.S. history. Mix of booze and cheers just like America. He's the president and won the popular vote. Let's play ball. The GOAT. Isn't this in a big viral account? No, it's not. But let's see, love him or hate him, you can't deny this finals is officially a global event when you've got the sitting U.S. president in the building. I don't care if you like the guy, but don't boo during the national anthem. Fuck that. I am shocked by these replies. Now, again, it could be because my algorithm is so pro-Trump. So I would encourage everyone else to go check it and see what your replies are. But these are all pro-Trump replies. That's crazy. They boo Trump. I got my phone on mute and I'm in public. I don't want to disturb anyone with audio. The greatest of all time, President Trump. Haters going to hate, love my president. I hear a resounding cheer. Guess it's whatever you're programmed to listen for. That's crazy, man. But it could be my algorithm. So right now the game is 52-50, by the way, for those that are asking. The Don dominating. But these people do look very bad for booing the president during the national anthem. They look terrible. And that's what TDS does for you. 3 minutes to go. It's 52 Spurs, 50 the New York Knicks. Alley-oop and boom. He brought it home. That was crazy. So we got a 4-point lead for the Spurs right now. Californians for Trump, says Alex of the Mountain. Mitchell Field says 70% of car crashes are from sober drivers. That would mean 30 is from drunk drivers then. That's a lot of fucking drunk drivers that are responsible for wrecks. 30% is terrible. That's 30% is horrible. That is not a good stat for drunk drivers, in my humble opinion. Asians, sounds like election numbers. 70% of crashes are from women. Don't drive in Hawaii. Let me see. 70% is worse. I don't think you understand how numbers work. Like, the amount of people that are driving sober far outweighs this kind of goes, there's another percentage out there that upsets a lot of people too. All right. Just saying. Okay. There's certain there's certain statistics that if you break down these statistics, it upsets people a lot. So 13% of people commit 50% of the crime. It's kind of interesting. But the numbers don't lie. The numbers do not lie at all. And if you need me to break down the numbers for you, I can do that right now.
It's going to be a three-way for the TNA heavyweight title.
Numbers don't lie.
You, Kurt Angle, and Samoa Joe. Now, before you get there, you have an important step tonight as you and X Division champion Petey Williams
Numbers don't
take
lie.
on the unlikely duo of Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at Sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%. I got a 141 2/3 chance of winning at Sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
Let's go. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you. I haven't gotten hit with a copyright yet. We'll see if that happens later, but I had to play the Steiner math because it's one of the greatest moments in the history of existence. Clever Luther says, Jeremy, I urge you to check out Promethean updates. The two ladies on there are brilliant pro MAGA. Hey, okay. I'll check that out. Thank you. I appreciate it. Classic Steiner math tax. It's the greatest math of all time. It's so good. Okay, Knicks are driving in and got the layup, and it's a tie ball game with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. And there's Derek Jeter in the front row. And this is another thing that upsets the powerful elites in New York. Hang on, let me see what happens right here. The powerful elites in New York get really upset because, oh man, nice jumper there. 56-54 San Antonio. But the powerful elites get really upset because, look, man, you have a bunch of massive celebrities. Derek Jeter is a legitimate celebrity in New York, okay? Like, he is very much a legitimate celebrity. You got, all these movie stars and rock stars, all of that. They are irrelevant when Trump walks in the door. Tie ball game again. They are irrelevant when Trump walks in the door. When Trump walks in, they are basically meaningless, average people because the Don takes all of the attention and it drives them crazy because he is the biggest star in the world. It drives people crazy. So anyway, let's see here. So there's Trump hanging out with his peeps and getting drunk. Trump's not, but the people around him probably are. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Is this the... Hey, hang on. Where'd it go? Is that Eli Manning? So Eli Manning and Derek Jeter are in the house. That's crazy. Eli Manning with the same look on his face he always had. Let me see. That's the same look Eli Manning has had for his entire career. That's freaking hilarious. Oh, this would be interesting. Knicks head coach Mike Brown asked about the inconvenience caused to everyone due to Donald Trump attending tonight's game. I got to hear this.
I know, right? All right, we have microphones around the room.
we'll get to as many questions as we possibly can. We're going to take first question right here.
Joe Varden with The Athletic. Hi, Mike. First of all, what was your commute and or process getting here like compared to most days because of the security around the president? And then bigger picture, regardless of politics or political affiliation, is it appropriate for the president to come to this game given that
Knicks just hit a 3 and are now up by 5.
there can't be a watch party?
Again, have we ever heard the media ask a question of a professional coach or athlete when a Democrat president would show up? Actually, forget the Democrat or Republican side of it. This is a Trump issue. This has nothing to do with Democrats or Republicans. This is a Donald Trump issue. When George W. Bush showed up to the Yankees game for 9/11 to throw out the first pitch, did they ask the questions? Oh, is it so inconvenient for George W. Bush to show up to this game? When Bill Clinton would show up to games, when Barack Hussein Obama would show up, did they ever ask these questions? This is all about Trump. This is a Trump issue for them. That's it.
Politics or political affiliation. Is it appropriate for the president to come to this game given that there can't be a watch party and the security concerns for all the fans that paid to get in?
To answer that part first, I'm just locked in, man, on game 3. A lot of people text me all the time about this and that, and for me, my focus is just what's next and what's in front of me. And game 3 is in front of us right now, and I feel our group is that way too. Coming here, I stayed downtown because we were practicing here, so I stayed downtown at the team hotel.
Very good answer.
I've never done that on a game before, but it's easier because we're practicing here, and so staying downtown and coming from the our hotel to here was a shorter drive or a shorter commute than what I'm used to coming from Westchester County.
Perfect answer from Mike Brown. Credit where credit's due. The media is going to, and again, that's where you got to be prepared for this, man. You're going to be asked about stupid shit. Oh, this makes me so happy. Ben Stiller, who has a massive case of TDS, is in the Garden tonight. Ben Stiller hates Trump. He hates Trump at a level like Mark Hamill hates Trump or Mark Ruffalo. So the fact that he's there and he has to be in the same building with Trump is so fantastic.
Longtime Knicks fan, Ben Stiller. Spike Cleaves had
Of
season
course.
tickets for decades. Tracy Morgan here at almost every game. And then Derek Jeter making an appearance tonight. Larry David, the New York native and Knick fan, is back. Jay-Z.
Okay, this is an opportunity for me to say, ladies and gentlemen, Jay-Z has taught us all a lesson in life, okay? It's a valuable lesson, and I think we should all listen to this. Jay-Z has taught us that you could be the ugliest motherfucker to ever live, and you too can still be successful. Jay-Z taught us that lesson. So if you're ugly as hell, like I am, and like many of us are, understand that Jay-Z taught us all we can still make it. Okay? So there you have it.
Courtside, and longtime fan Timothée Chalamet. Longtime Knicks.
I'm so happy Ben Stiller's there. I'm so happy. And I bet he's just so frustrated. Larry David's another hater. I'm pretty sure Larry David's another hater of Trump. I mean, they probably all are. Probably all of them. What is this right here? Never forget, it's all wealthy NYC elites inside Madison Square Garden at the Knicks game booing Trump. This is how blue-collar New Yorkers feel about Democrats.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
Fuck you.
What's your message to Joe Biden?
Fuck you.
All right, that's good. That's good. All right. What is this? This might be an old clip, and I may have to watch this a little bit later. Wait, what? What the hell? All right. Anyway, check this out. Joe Rogan can no longer hide how he feels anymore about after exposing to financial expert Caleb Hammer that Bernie Sanders is a total hypocrite. Bernie Sanders used to rally against millionaires, but now he's a millionaire, so he started moving the goalpost to billionaires being the problem. It's adorable. Did Joe Rogan really say this when Caleb Hammer was on? It's a 6-minute clip, so I'm not going to watch it right now, but I'll watch a little bit of this. That's amazing.
Listen, Gavin Newsom in any other world could easily be a Republican. Okay. If we were living in the 1990s, he might have been. Like, this is nonsense. Like his perspectives on things is about personal gain. It's about his campaign and his image. And that's why when he addresses any of the issues with California, he always goes into this pre-planned speech about we're the biggest tech sector. We're number 4 in the world, and the world economy starts moving his hands around. He's got a little fucking voodoo dance he does, because it's not really about addressing the situation. It's about framing it in a very positive way so that he looks good, so that he moves forward. That's what he wants to do.
And you're starting to see him come closer to center now, being opposed to the billionaire tax and other things like that in California.
They're fucking leaving.
They're leaving, but a lot of the, everyone running for governor on the left was okay.
Yeah, we'll have to get to this whole thing because this is a 6-minute clip. So I'm going to bookmark this for later. But I'm very interested to see if he actually did call him out. I want to focus more on the Trump stuff right now, but we will cover that tomorrow or whenever my next Cobracast is, because that's a very interesting topic right there. Okay. Look at that. We got 10 more gifted memberships from Wormstorm. That's a lot of gifties tonight. That's a lot of gifties. Thank you so much. Hail to you. Kate for 10 says, my fur baby is named DJ after Jeter. Now, Mage, I'm wondering if the next pet has to be named DJT. Not a bad pick, Kate. Not a bad pick. What do you think, chat? What do you think? Kate's name for her next fur baby, DJT. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, thank you again for those 10 gifties. Really appreciate that. Okay. So, right now we are officially at halftime. And what is this right here? Ooh, this is interesting. So we're officially at halftime. I don't have the score. Chat, what's the score in the game? I didn't see the final score for lead up to halftime, but I'm sure the chat can update us on that. But JD Vance has called out California's rampant fraud and cheating after Spencer Pratt gets basically screwed over. Let's hear what JD has to say.
Here with this whole thing is, how is it that you had, Karen Bass was in first place, Spencer Pratt was in second place, and then this other woman
64-57 Knicks.
Place.
Okay.
You would expect these mail-in ballots to kind of meet that same basic pattern where, number 1 would get the most votes, number 2 would get the second most votes, and so on. But somehow we find ourselves in a situation where, number 1, they're still receiving ballots, not just counting ballots, Jesse. They're still receiving ballots. And number 2, the way that they're coming in just so happens to work out such that the Republican is getting kicked out of the final 2. So it's a Democrat versus Democrat runoff. That seems pretty shady to me, especially when you add on top of the fact that in California, you are prohibited from asking for somebody's identification before they vote.
We just found out through the U.S. attorney there that you can register to vote with a gym membership card.
Jeez.
How ridiculous is that?
Well,
I saw a meme of somebody getting pulled over by the police. I'd love to find this one, but The meme of somebody getting pulled over by the police. And the cop says, do you have your ID? And the guy says, no, I'm actually going to vote. I don't have my ID today. The cop's like, no problem. Go right ahead. Like, so fucking good. Yeah, I don't have my ID today. I'm actually going to vote. Oh, yeah. You don't need your ID. Don't worry about that. Bella Stella with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you. Somebody should do a YouTube skit about that. Maybe we should do that. You know? Maybe we should do that. We're driving, cops pull you over. License and registration. Like, I don't actually have my license. I'm actually on my way to vote. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Well, you're free to go. No worries, man. What do you thought? ID. Who cares about that on voting day? But Bella Stella, thank you. 10 gifted. The gifties are lying. Beardo as the cop. Let's see here. Thank you, though. Thank you so much. Back.
Of course, we know that that Gold's Gym would probably hand out a gym membership to anybody who's willing to pay, including, for example, an illegal alien. We joke about this, Jesse, but that's why these elections don't have the legitimacy they need, is because if you're going to give a card to anybody who's willing to pay $10 a month for a gym membership, then you're not actually going to ensure that that person is legitimately able to vote. This is why we have, for example, photo ID to get on an airplane so that airplane rides are safe. This is why we have photo ID to purchase alcohol to ensure that you're the proper age. It's insane that we have a state not only that doesn't ask for your identification, but will throw you in jail if you're an elections official who is asking for identification. So you're the...
It's crazy. It's the craziest thing in the world, dude. And yet it's happening in one of the biggest economies in the world, the state of California. It's insane. All right here we got Go Knicks F Trump reads a sign held by protesters outside of Madison Square Garden tonight. Good Lord.
Go Knicks! Fuck Trump! 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 Go Knicks!
Yeah, this may destroy Trump's presidency right here. This may be the moment that it's all over. We may need to pack it up, guys. I mean, look, yeah, we've seen they raided Mar-a-Lago. We've seen that they've indicted him. We've seen that they've shot at him. They've tried everything. But this is the moment that it might be over for Trump. I don't want to believe it, but I think this is it. I think Cobra Cast is done. I have no more grift left. This is it. We're done. I got to find something else to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about my Christianity and how Charlie Kirk made me a Christian. Maybe that's the new grift for me. I'm just a joke. No YouTuber would actually take Charlie Kirk's death and use his death to talk about their faith. No YouTuber would actually do that, right? Nobody would do that. So no, I would never do anything like that.
Fuck Trump! Go Knicks! Fuck Trump! Go Knicks! Fuck Trump! Go Knicks! Fuck Trump!
I kind of want him to lose now, man. I kind of do. I kind of want him to lose. I kind of do. Delona with 10 gifted memberships. Holy crap, you guys. What is happening with all of these gifties tonight? You guys are out of control. I am loving it. Thank you so much. Very generous tonight. Let's see here. Twisted Clown says Steiner math is how they count ballots in California. Bubba Doom says, what's the word on the wrestling channel? There's a lot, actually. I just don't know how much I want to say right now. But let's just say that the wrestling stuff is definitely happening in the very near future. There's been several conversations with people. I don't know how much I want to say yet. I will say that we're in the process of like a name that we're trying to come up with for what the show would be or the channel maybe. But I really wish I could say more. I can if I want. I just don't want to put it out there yet. But there's some cool stuff. Some cool stuff. You're going to be very shocked when you find out. But yes, that is in the works. Little Jim's Halo says, let's see, you shot Derek Jeter, the other guys. Did you misspell Derek Jeter's name? Blackish Pariah says, I have a 2018 Denali. It's awesome. Absolutely. Let's see. Noob Dad for $5.99 says, folks at the game can afford $5,000 plus tickets. It ain't gas prices they're mad about. TDS is a hell of a drug. 1,000%. 1,000%. That right there, like, this is a common sense take. You see a bunch of people screaming about Trump while they're literally at the hottest sports ticket in the country right now. In order to listen, it's more than just a ticket. To go to a sporting event is literally an all-day process. So number one, you have to pay this outrageous cost for these tickets. Number two, you then have to make arrangements to go to the game. Let's say you've got kids, you have to find a babysitter or someone in your family to watch your kids. You're literally taking an entire day out of your life and spending thousands of dollars. And I'm supposed to think you're oppressed? Are you kidding me? Like, I want to go to do different things or sporting events or whatever. I'd love to go on a fishing trip. I'm just working every day, man. Like, I know, like, people see like, oh, Jeremy, you make all this money on super chats. You must have, like, I'm working, man. Like, if I'm not working, I'm dealing with something in my personal life. Like, that's what I do. I don't even get time to go enjoy anything because I'm just too busy working. And these idiots are sitting there screaming to the top of their lungs, pretending to be victims. And it's like, do you really believe that these idiots are oppressed? They're at a fucking basketball game in New York City for the NBA Finals that cost them thousands of dollars. Right here, the ESPN on ABC broadcast shows Donald Trump out of a commercial break in the second quarter. Tonight, President Trump becomes the first sitting president to attend an NBA Finals game. Right here.
Tonight, President Donald Trump becomes the first sitting United States president to attend an NBA Finals game. Longtime Knicks fan, certainly liked what he saw here.
This is a great run by the Knicks right here, erasing.
There we go. Bubba Doom says, you guys do it and I'll watch wrestling again. Let's freaking go. Crazy Clown Town says, would a Blockbuster membership work with voting in California? There's only one way to find out. There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Maybe somebody will try. That'd be crazy. The Under Armour Gamer says, wow, there's now 3 players better than Crybron. MJ, Kobe, DJT. Look, I mean, it's never a popular opinion, and I already know that. But you got to be honest. Kobe's my favorite basketball player of all time. LeBron's the better player. Now, I would take Kobe on my team before I would take LeBron, but LeBron James is the better player. He just is. And I know that's very unpopular on the internet. I know everybody's going to give me shit for it. Like, LeBron's on an all-time list. LeBron is going to rank higher than Kobe. There's a lot of Kobe fans that think Kobe's better than Jordan. I don't know what planet you're fucking living in, but there is no planet where Kobe is better than Jordan. He just isn't. It's never, like, Kobe fans are like convinced that Kobe's better than Jordan. He's not better than Jordan. Not even fucking close. Nullface says, we are so close right now to living in the world of Escape from New York, plot point wise. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let me see. LeBron and Kobe are too close to call, but in my opinion, but neither is close to Jordan. Well, that is true. Neither one of them are close to Jordan. Nobody's close to Jordan. It's Jordan, and then there's everybody else. But if you're looking at LeBron James, like LeBron James is a better passer than Kobe. He's a better scorer than Kobe. He's a better rebounder than Kobe. He's not a better defender than Kobe. But I mean, in all the major aspects, LeBron's just a better player. He just is. I know people don't want to hear that. They hate that, but he just is. He's a better player. So, and I hate LeBron James. I can't stand him. I think LeBron James is one of the worst things that's ever happened to professional sports. I can't stand him. I have no respect for him as a human being. I think he's a terrible person, and he's terrible for sports. But in terms of him as a professional athlete, he's pretty fucking phenomenal. Let's see here. Yeah, like Kobe was a better shooter than LeBron. Yeah, I'd give him shooting. Yeah, his mid-range is better than LeBron's, but LeBron can drive to the basket better than anybody in the history of the game. I mean, when if LeBron had Kobe's killer instinct, he might have become better than Jordan, but he didn't have Kobe's killer instinct. He was too weak. Bill Russell won 11 championships. Yeah, it's, Jordan's still the king. Wormstorm for 50 says, we'll see when it's all over, but we all know Jordan is better than Kobe all around. He absolutely is. Michael Jordan is in a league of his own, and I am confident in saying that in my lifetime and in my kids' lifetime and in their kids' lifetime, there will never be another basketball player that will top Michael Jordan. It will not happen. It's not possible. Jim says 199 tax. MAGA women are hot. Boom. Thank you. And thank you for the 50. Insane. Let's see here. LeBron plays in the soft era too. I agree with that. A very soft era. Absolutely agree. Michael Jordan is the king in all universes. Well, Trump is the king in this universe, but, well, he's king. He's the king in the world right now. We'll say that. All right. So third quarter has started, and it is the Knicks up by 2. I'm not going to commentate this whole game, by the way. LeBron just flops and gets fouled to get points. LeBron ruined basketball. Jordan at top. I'd say Larry Bird was better than LeBron. Kobe better. Well, I don't disagree that LeBron ruined basketball either. There's a lot of different ways to look at it. President Trump chats with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver during Game 3 of the NBA Finals. I gotta be honest, dude. Adam Silver going and talking to President Trump is shocking to me. So if you don't know, Adam Silver is a bitch who basically rolled over for all of these players. And during the BLM stuff, Adam Silver is a beta bitch. All right. The fact that he's talking to President Trump, I guarantee you his players in the league are going to cry about it. And he's probably going to have a private meeting where he apologizes. And he's probably going to say racism is bad. I guarantee that, because he is pathetic. Why is he still the NBA commissioner? I really don't know. I don't really keep up with the NBA anymore, so I don't really know what's going on there. Let's see here. There's Eli. So Eli Manning and Derek Jeter showed up together to the game. That's cool. I like both those guys. JDT199 says LeBron. Oh, I got that one. Bright Matt says, heading off now. Take care, Jeremy. Hail the 199. Thank you so much. Twisted Clown says, sorry, wrong. Kobe, more scoring titles than LaFlop. More first team defense. Well, I said Kobe was a better defender than LeBron, because he is. Defeated more 50-plus win teams in the West and won a dunk contest. Miss me with that nonsense. Yeah, MJ won, Kobe too. Kobe's not even top 10, man, all time. Like, Kobe fans And again, I'm a Kobe fan. Kobe fans are fucking crazy by overrating Kobe. Kobe, my top 5 all time is Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Bird, Olajuwon. That's the top 5 players that I have witnessed. I don't judge players that I did not see, but those are the top 5 right there. Olajuwon is the greatest big man that I have ever seen. He's better than Duncan. He's better than Shaq. He's better than all of the other. Olajuwon was a freak. He was an absolute freak, Olajuwon, and he never gets enough credit. He never gets mentioned on these lists. Hakeem Olajuwon was insane, and he never gets enough credit. He never does. It's absolutely crazy to me. But that's my top 5 right there. Like Olajuwon's footwork is so retarded that it's not even, you can't even comprehend it. But Clutch City says my all-time favorite player, Hakeem the Dream, man. He was insane. He really was. Right now, let's see. It is a 3-point game. The Knicks are up by 3 with 9:33 to go. Pistol Pete was the GOAT. I never saw Pistol Pete play, so never saw him play. I'm familiar with him, but again, I try not to judge players that I did not witness. Like same with football. I don't judge players that I didn't actually see play. Okay, so right now the Spurs are about to go to the free throw line again, and if they hit both, it looks like that's a shooting foul, right? Duncan over Hakeem, bro, you are crazy if you think Duncan is better than Hakeem Olajuwon. You are smoking whatever Hunter Biden didn't smoke, you smoked all of it. Hakeem would destroy Duncan. It would be insane to watch Hakeem just twist him up and school him. Duncan has 5 rings. I need to go live on Sports Wars. I gotta go live on Sports Wars. You motherfuckers are gonna get me riled up saying this shit. Like, what a retarded fucking take. What a retarded take. Olajuwon played during the Jordan era. Jordan was out for 2 years. Guess who won rings? Guess who won rings when Jordan wasn't there? Who has more rings though? You guys don't. You guys are crazy. You guys are retarded saying that. The Hakeem Olajuwon would absolutely twist Duncan up in a fucking pretzel and make him look like a clown. All right, hang on. All right, so we got a 1-point game, and the Spurs have the ball. Looks like it's going to be a shooting foul, so it's going to go to the line. Let's see. Duncan was a true power forward, in my opinion, and Hakeem is one of the greatest centers of all time. 2 different positions and players, but Hakeem is just overall better player, in my opinion. That's a good take. That's a good take. What's your opinion on Curry? I'm not a big, listen, man. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter of all time. Maybe because I'm an old man yelling at clouds, okay? Maybe I am. But my problem with Curry is that he plays in an era that there's no hand checking and all of that. And I feel like if he played back in the 90s, he wouldn't get away with half the shit that he gets away with. Because he's supposed to be a point guard. You know what I mean? And I just feel like he is a phenomenal shooter that you can't take away from his shooting ability. He's the greatest shooter ever. He is. but it's the era in which it's happened in, and the game has changed so much. So that's my issue with it. But he's the greatest shooter of all time. So, BJ Armstrong was better than Curry. I love BJ Armstrong, but he was not better than Curry. He was not. Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, it's a wrap. Yes. Shaq is the greatest free throw shooter ever. Am I turning this in? I'm losing viewers right now talking about sports. And that was a good, let's see, was that a pass? Oh, here we go. I'm watching the replay right now. Pull up, boom, buried it. And so we got a 2-point game. The Knicks are up by 2. I'm just here. Let's see. I'm still here, just lost, says Beastie Man. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Please talk about literally anything else, says Alaska Mac. Literally anything else. Grannis Potato says, kids, plural. Dear God, he's multiplying. Rules, it says, my 03 Chevy Silverado that I bought brand new with 18 miles got stolen last week. Now stressing with insurance and a new ride at BS. Fuck. Oh, shit. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. Keep us updated. That's crazy. Exo Toes Boys, F that. Kobe better than LeBron. Listen, if I'm picking players for my team, I'm picking Kobe Bryant for my team. Because I want the killer instinct that he brought. But if I'm just judging on ability and accomplishment and everything, LeBron's the better player. But I'm taking Kobe. I'll take Kobe over LeBron because there's intangibles beyond just physical abilities. Twisted Clown says, because I don't want LeBron, to me, is a cancer to any team he's on. He's a terrible leader, and he brings, even though he brings these amazing physical gifts, he brings a lot of negative energy to any environment that he's on and any team that he's involved in. Twisted Clown says LeBron couldn't learn Hakeem's footwork. Kobe did. War Angel says, what's your opinion on Curry? Got that one. Clinton says, G&G on the line. You want Curry or Bird to shoot it? Bird. I want Bird to shoot it. Give me Larry Legend. I'm taking Larry fucking Legend to shoot that. I know Curry's the GOAT but I'm taking Larry Legend. I'm taking Larry all day. All day. Justin says, what's crazy is the skill level in the 90s all across the NBA was higher simply because of the fact that Michael Jordan exists. Everyone had to elevate their game. That is true. And one thing I'll say is I will let you guys argue me down a little bit because I kind of am contradicting myself, because I'm saying that I would take Kobe Bryant on my team over LeBron James. If I'm choosing a team, I'm taking Kobe over LeBron because of the intangibles. So there's a couple of ways to look at that. It's almost like this, okay? Who's a more physically gifted quarterback? Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady? Aaron Rodgers has more physical gifts. Who's the better quarterback? Tom Brady. Why? Because Tom Brady is a better leader. He's better in the clutch. He makes his teammates better. He makes every environment that he's part of better. Aaron Rodgers may have more talent, but Tom Brady is still the better player. So in a lot of ways, that could apply to Kobe and LeBron. LeBron more talented, Kobe the better player because he brings better intangibles. Twisted Clown says, agreed, LeBron is a cancer. He absolutely is. Graham Robinson says, John Stockton may be the most overlooked NBA player when talking about the greats. Still MJ 1, Bird 2, Olajuwon 3, Kobe 4, Magic Johnson, and let's see, and Magic Johnson 5. Okay. Yeah, John Stockton is definitely overlooked. Big time. Big time. Aaron Rodgers was all ESPN hype. Well, that's why I always said Aaron Rodgers was overrated. because I think that applies to sports better than anything. And Aaron Rodgers was always overrated. So, I am so sorry to this audience that doesn't give a fuck about sports. This is why I started a sports channel, but here we are. But D.A. Cobra is about talking about whatever. But we're talking about the NBA right now because the Knicks are playing the Spurs and the Don is in the house. As a matter of fact, I could just put this up on the screen and you could see the score as we're talking. And so right now it's 76-72. The Knicks are leading by 4 with 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the third. Let's see. Tom had better teammates, which made it great as well, plus being a better quarterback than others. That is true. This is about sports. Technically, this is a sports stream. The women are almost gone now. No, that's funny. Did we lose all of the ladies? All the ladies have left. Oh, man. Rob D over on Rumble says, today's NBA sucks. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I'm still here. That was great. That was great. Ladies are still here. Look at them. They said nope. Nope. LeBron and Jordan shot 50% from the field. Kobe only 45%. That's always my argument. You know, I mean, I call it like it is, man. I always try to just give you the most honest opinion I can. And, you know, it's weird because, like, I truly cannot stand LeBron James, but I have to practice what I preach. I always talk about perspective is more important, getting out of the tunnel vision that you have. Like, I hate LeBron. I can't stand this dude. And I love Kobe Bryant. Name your all-time starting 5. Well, obviously, you got Olajuwon at center. You got Jordan at shooting guard. You got Magic at the point. You got Larry Bird at small forward. And I'm probably going to take, even though I don't think he's a better player, I think I'm probably going to take Tim Duncan at power forward over LeBron James because I don't want LeBron James on my team. So that would be my starting 5 right there. Jordan at the shooting guard, Magic at the point, Bird small forward, Tim Duncan at the power, and Olajuwon at center, and nobody's touching me. Nobody. Karl Malone's another one that would be a good pick, but that's it right there. And nobody's touching that team. Not one person can touch that one. Nah, Barkley. The only thing about Barkley would be is I want to bring Barkley in to help with rebounds. But if I was going to do that, I'd just bring Dennis Rodman in for that. You got enough egos on that team as it is. So I'm surprised Jeremy hasn't called the New York Knicks the New York. I'm not even going to say it. It would be a Munchie Ninja incident. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try to say it. Just got on the phone with a trusted source. They told me Jeremy has a built-in swamp cooler in his truck with a trusted source. Jared the American says, oh, yeah, I got that one. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. The Under Armour Gamer says, hey, Fig, did you ever finish the Tulsa King? No, I still got to finish the Tulsa King. I'm glad you said that. Now I'm reminded to do that. Eric K says Kobe played LeCarron 1v1 and LeCarron scored 0. Good old LeCarron James. So right now, as you see it, 79-78. Twisted Clown says top 5 female models. This isn't sports. See, this isn't sports. I don't know if I can name 5 female models. I can look at them, but I don't know if I know their names. I mean, I watch a lot of movies with women that I can't tell you I'd know their name, but I could tell you that I've watched a lot of female-only movies on the internet. But I don't think I can name a lot of their names. You know what I mean? So, GB Baylor says, do you think Kobe would have surpassed James if he was still with us? No, I mean, Kobe was retired like when he passed away. So Kobe was retired. So Kobe's career was over. Let's see. Gregory, not even going to try to say it. Not even going to try to say it. Nips Litter says, I think I'm going to fall asleep. East Coast Sosa Boy says, LeBron may be can, sir, but magic is 8. If you know, you know. Great Thing says Escape from Terrace is really good. I am not sure why more people aren't doing reviews. I posted a review on Criticalist. Love you and dopest chat ever. Look at that. That's awesome. If you are not on Criticalist, you should be. Best quarterback in Alabama history? Probably Tua. Probably Tua. I mean, A.J. McCarron has a strong argument for that as well. But Tua was fantastic at Alabama. Jalen Hurts, no. Jalen Hurts was always overrated garbage, and he still is now. Love him. Joe Namath is the most overrated quarterback in NFL history, by the way. Look up Joe Namath's numbers in the NFL. They are so bad. They're so bad. Again, I love Broadway Joe, okay? But he was overrated. Big time. Is anyone cheering for the Spurs? I'm torn, man. I'm torn. Don't you go shitting on my Eagles, dude. I love Jalen Hurts as a person. He's a good dude, even though he's a Democrat. But I'm saying he's a good teammate. He's overrated quarterback. Big time. But we were talking about Alabama QB, not his full career. I mean, if we're talking about Alabama quarterback, like, are you talking about like at Alabama? Tua's the best I've seen at Alabama as an Alabama quarterback. A.J. McCarron was phenomenal, but A.J. had a phenomenal team as well, which, I mean, I know they all did. Tua had a good team as well, but A.J.'s team was stacked big time. How can he be overrated? He's getting put outside the top 20 quarterbacks in the league by a lot of the experts because he shouldn't even be a starting quarterback. He should be a starting running back. It just is. That's just the truth. Right now we got a 2-point game. Tim Tebow should be starting over Jalen Hurts. Spirian with the 199 super sticker from earlier. Thank you, Spirian. I appreciate it. Tim Tebow should be starting over Jalen Hurts. Tim Tebow's a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. Bring in Tim Tebow. He's still got a few years left in him. Come on, let's go. And all right, Knicks have the ball down by 2. Van says, I'm out. Couldn't care less about shooty hoops and foosball. Well, that's mean, but I understand. I do. Og Dog says, D-Day Cobra, just a heads up. You have my permission to end the stream. Please proceed. How many quarters are in this game? 4 quarters are in this game. 4 quarters. Tebow is better at life in general. That is true. Og Dog, send me a $500 super chat now in the stream right now. No argument. Deal? Okay. Do you think Trump will be at the World Cup opening ceremony? Yeah, I mean, he might. He actually might. Rock bottom. He's putting a lot into this. So let's see. Saturday, says Kate. Jeremy will end the stream after the game. I wasn't planning on being here for the whole game, but I kind of got bullied into it, but I'm still not planning on it. Og Dog says never. How many quarters in this game, Lamau? Hey, some people don't understand any of this. So end it now, Sabaton, says Kate. They got 6 quarters in the game. Dude, you are dealing with a predominantly non sports audience, all right? They have no idea what the hell's going on. Like all of these names that I'm talking about, when they heard me say Hakeem Olajuwon, they're like, is that an illegal that Trump's going to deport? Like they don't know what the hell's going on. You imagine my audience hear me talk about Hakeem Olajuwon and they're like, what the fuck is an Hakeem Olajuwon? Is that some illegal that Trump's going to get rid of? Let's see. Mon says, I give you 5 cents when I see you to end it now. 5 cents? Come on, man. That's not enough. Just show him a picture of Sydney Sweeney to keep them occupied. Bugs Bunny. How about that Skyhook? Wait, hang on. I just saw Madonna is performing at the World Cup final halftime show. Wait, what? There's no way that's true. There's no way that is true. Get out of here. Okay, so right here, we still have Knicks fans that are still protesting.
Everybody, Hare Krishna, he said, Hare Krishna, what the fuck he said, Krishna, Hare
Bro, look at Trump. Trump's just chilling, eating fries. President Trump enjoying some fries, watching the Knicks. 79 years old, living life and running the world. It's good to be the king. It's absolutely good to be the king. President Trump has dined in the fanciest of restaurants and attended the most glamorous state banquets ever held. But here, enjoying the fries at the Garden, he's most comfortable. A man of the people through and through. Let's freaking go. Only Trump. Only Trump. That's freaking hilarious. Okay. Seeing if we got any more updates really quickly. I really want somebody to show me what Ben Stiller looks like when Trump was in the building. What's up? What's Pat McAfee saying? Hang on.
To a lot of different sporting events. You do WWE, you've been to the Super Bowl, obviously you're on the road with Game Day. How do you expect the Mecca to compare to everything that you've seen so far?
So I think obviously everybody knows with the president coming tonight, there's a vastly different security process.
Right, yeah.
There's people packed out back outside there. I think blocks and blocks and blocks, but the energy is immaculate. Obviously, first finals game in which the Knicks have been favored since 1994. Obviously, haven't done it since 73 to win this. The team is stacked. The celebs are going to be out. It's a special feeling. You really saw Jeremy Lin backstage.
Yeah, he is here. He was just on NBA today.
I thanked him for the Lin sanity that he gave to us all. Obviously, we just met Spike Lee. Kind of a cold shoulder from Spike. I get it. Pacers did our thing against him last year, but yeah, it's awesome. It's an amazing time to be here, and we're going to try to be an asset to sports tonight and not
an ass. I heard you say that this morning on the
That's the mantra tonight.
show. Yeah.
Pat McAfee is really great at what he does. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool to hear Pat McAfee hyping it up. And then you got Helen of Detroit there. I think. Not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. My apologies if I'm wrong about that. So sorry if I got that one wrong. I apologize. We will try to do better in the future. We will try our best to do better in the future. Close enough. Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Okay, so the game's back on, and it is 86-84 Spurs right now. For the first time in 27 years, there's an NBA Finals game at Madison Square Garden. That is pretty crazy. And again, if you missed it earlier, the Don has always been a fan of the Knicks and the NBA.
Nothing says New York like Donald Trump, who is a big Knicks fan and who joins us now. Donald, I know you're a Knicks fan, so are you disappointed that Kobe's not here, or are you glad he's not here because it ups your chances?
Well, I guess you could look at it both ways, but I'd like to see Kobe play. I came here to see my man Kobe. Kobe is great. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying, what happened to Kobe? But I guess he had a little problem.
Yeah, you got to talk to your friends at the NBA.
You glad your teammates didn't come off the bench this time? I'm just glad we got the win. Thanks a lot. Let's go back to Dick and Hubert.
All right, Craig, and a lot of defense, too, because the Pacers were held scoreless in the last 2 minutes and 41 seconds after they had led 93-88. The Knicks scored.
Celebrity cameraman Donald Trump. Welcome to the telecast.
How you doing, folks?
We must be paying our cameraman a pretty penny.
You're paying a lot of money. It's a great job.
Thanks for being with us, Don.
Thank you. Great game. Have a good time.
This is Shaquille O'Neal's shoe
Oh my God.
right here, which is a serious
Is that
shoe.
a real
That's a real
shoe?
shoe. He took it off after a game and handed it
Oh
to me.
my God.
I carried it like this.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
this-
Because you
yeah,
don't
this
really
is-
like germs anyway, do you?
No, from
How are
Shaq.
you-
I don't
how
know.
are
So yeah, there's President Trump right there. And let's see where we're at in this game. So into the third, we got a 1-point game. Look at that. Man, my feed is behind. I didn't know my feed was that far behind. Am I that far behind? Yeah, my YouTube TV feed is behind. Holy crap. So there you have it. Into the third, we got a 1-point game. It is a good game. And this final quarter is going to be good. So I'm muted. Am I muted? I don't think I'm muted. Anyway, I think we're going to end it there. So we've had 4.5 hours of Cobra Cast today. Not too bad. Okay. I was wanting to do a gaming stream tonight, but I'm not going to be able to do that. I got an early morning tomorrow because we have the Nintendo Direct over on the Geeks and Gamers Play channel. If you are not subscribed to that channel, you should be, because that's where we're going to be tomorrow morning. It's this channel right here. Boom. This channel right here, Geeks and Gamers Play. So we'll be live covering the Nintendo Direct event tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then we got Tuesday night's main event, which I think might be one of the longest main events we've done in a long time, because there's going to be so much to catch up on. Let me catch up here. Tay for $1. Thank you. Mod Eric says, okay, a shiny new quarter to end it now. Quentin says over under 849.5 million for the Odyssey worldwide box office. That's a great question. I'm gonna go under, because my prediction is still around 750 to 800. So I'm gonna go under, but I'm gonna reserve the right to adjust that as we see more marketing from the movie, because I'm very interested how it's gonna go when we see Helen of Detroit in the next trailer. But I'm still of the belief the movie's going to be good. I just think it's going to be good, but pulled down by terrible casting decisions with minor characters in the movie. But I still expect the movie to be good. But I'm going 750, 800. So I'm going to go under. Kate says, I'm pretty sure I've seen more Harlem Globetrotter shows as a kid at MSG than Knicks fans. Ha ha ha. Should I have invested in the dynasty? Hey, Never know. So, but Kate, we're going to end it there because we got the direct in the morning and a long main event. So thank you guys for hanging out with me through all of this. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all those gifted memberships. Absolutely insane. And because Kate asked for it, we're going to end with Sabaton. Have a good evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.